What's up, guys? We are back in Miami. That's a showroom over here that we're gonna see. Let's go check it out. What's up, guys? We are in Pietra Casa, meeting with Furkan and Peter to show you guys exclusive pieces, which I consider to be art. We already had, conversation about each piece. We're gonna show you guys some tremendous, for example, a Lamborghini sofa, which I never saw anywhere, or an Aston Martin coffee table. So check it out. It's gonna be really nice conversation with those two guys to share their vision. The vibe of here is just so kind of inspiring. So yeah, let's do it.
Welcome to our showroom, Peter Oleg.
Furkan.
Enjoy your experience.
So maybe you guys can share a little bit what you guys do, what your involvement and how deep you guys involve in those projects, and who you guys work with.
Yeah, and every project is different. You can have, the ideal situation is that we're designing the project and from the very beginning, and it can be doing the architecture, it can be doing the interiors, it can be doing consulting.
You guys working with the architects?
100%.
As in, you guys the interior designers?
We've never seen an architectural plan that's perfect.
Hey, right.
That's balanced. I mean, we're really into the end user experience.
Right.
We travel a lot, so every little detail about how you experience the house and the property is really important, or whether it's a hotel or a restaurant. We'll coordinate every single detail from stone insulation, depending on the project and the quality of the project and the expectation of the client. We'll bring in millworkers from Italy to install all the millwork paneling, the kitchens.
The European,
we represent,
what we talked about, the European selection, right? We talked about, because for example in COVID you had a lot of issues with, materials and timelines, which, what is funny though, that like people still pitching those people, oh, you have to buy it right, like the hard sell. You have to buy it right away, it's like the timeline, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There are supply chain issues in Miami, for instance. If you want to have a local kitchen built locally from a high-end millworker, it can take a year to take.
Right.
Now, we represent 5 different Italian companies that are doing kitchens, that are doing millwork. There's no supply chain issue.
Oh, yeah, exactly, right? That's what I said. In Europe.
But it's a whole nother level of professionality.
Right. Of course, yeah, and obviously level, quality, price, budget. But obviously those type of property, it's a given. Familiar with certain, design, build type of, firms, and you can see that maybe the quality that they offer is not really up to part of what we like to usually be involved with. It's almost like become like those cookie cutters type of designs, and right? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to mention names, we're not here to kill anybody. But
we know who they are.
Yeah, you probably know. If you go around Golden Beach, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Listen, 90% of the developers out there are doing a subpar quality. Unfortunately, a lot of the homeowners in the luxury market don't even realize it.
Right.
And then there's a 10%, and that's where we are,
right.
That are doing really nice, detailed quality projects that separate you guys from all of the rest of the product and put you out also at a different price point where you really can price it out at anything that you want.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think that's key here.
So how that name came, Pietra Casa? That's the name? How do you guys came? It's that combination? Because I love that name. It's a super cool name because I see it and I actually love the tiger over there. I tell my client, I tell my employees, be a fucking tiger. Protect the client. But so I love that Pietra Casa. So how you guys came up with that name actually?
So how did we come up with the name? So we were in Mexico and we were in Yucatan. Basically, we were just lounging in the hotel, thinking of different names and stuff. We listed a bunch of names, but the first name that ever came up, it was Pietra Casa, because it's Italian, and then Pietra means stone.
Oh wow.
Stone house.
It's about something that's made to last forever.
Oh, incredible.
It's about something.
The longevity.
It's about something that should be timeless.
Okay.
It's about something that should be elegant. It's about something that should be natural. And it kind of encompasses everything about what we do. Incredible. We'll never use a fake material. We'll never put a fake product in. everything is about the quality. And no matter how contemporary it is or how transitional or traditional it is, it should still be timeless and look warm and inviting in 5 years and in 10 years, and sexy and sophisticated.
Yeah, and that's
everything
exactly,
that it is that you want when you're
beautiful.
walking.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about wellness in home design.
We're
What do you guys
doing
feel like the market is going?
a billion%. I think wellness, is the most important thing on anyone that's in the luxury market, preserving their youth. And whether it's a combination of infrared spa with salt spa, there's a bunch of new technologies that are coming out onto the market. Almost every single house now that we do will incorporate an infrared sauna. And there's some really great companies out of Italy and out of Germany that have really perfected it as far as not just the quality of the product, but also the design of the space.
So I think a lot of people are interested, right, in like longevity and wellness, especially in that level, right?
%.
Obviously, it's almost like become like a prerequisite, right, for high-end development in general, and that's kind of maybe become the core of what sell the property afterwards, right?
So you look at the science and technology of certain, let's say, Eastern medicine and such, and you look at different sects of population that, for instance, believe that there are different crystals and such that have these different healing properties. Amethyst might be good for this, crystal might be good for this, but you take it a step further and every marble has a positive energy. Every wood will have a positive energy. You can live inside of a concrete box, which I think is beautiful, wrapped in glass, but you're not getting a positive energy that's actually benefit for you.
Right.
So there's a lot of different research that basically says that if you're wrapping yourself in natural materials, that's giving you positive energy back. That is essentially creating these mini wellness healing centers.
For example, I love what Aman Resorts did, in that
100%.
realm, right? I mean, they just created like a whole experience, right? Which I'm very excited to see the new Aman in Miami Beach, by the way.
Us too.
Obviously we see that waves of like, so many, high rises, so many developments in Miami, and like a lot of them that are being sold before they even start building it, right? From investment perspective, the fact that you can actually pre-sell units give you a lot of beef, right? So I think a lot of developers, they love that, and like all those big names, you see them like just coming up like Legos.
Well, listen, the ex-wife of the owner of Microsoft moved from Paris to here and bought the penthouse. This was like
2 penthouses.
Wow.
Of course, Jeff Bezos brought 2 properties in Journey's End. Adrian Arched house sold for I think 125 million, also just up the road in Coconut Grove.
Okay.
So like Sylvester Stallone's house over by Vizcaya.
Oh, he lives in Coconut Grove? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, we were actually did some work on his house back in the days in Beverly Hills.
Gives you a level of trust. Aston Martin home.
Bentleys.
Bentley,
Rolls-Royce?
Waldorf Astoria, not yet.
Not yet, yeah.
I'm sure
I wanted to be the one that's building. I love my Rolls-Royce. I was there. I'm a good developer for.
We can
for
do
Rolls-Royce,
we can do a Lamborghini building.
Yeah, you have to drive one, right? We're always looking for location we can invest. So we're gonna have a syndication deal, which usually it's kind of what we call private label, meaning usually you have small part of investors that opening an LLC. Usually it's done very privately, right? Like 10, 15 people. There is a certain communities of developers, and that's what they do all day long, or used to do in LA, for example. Right now, LA it's a little bit tough because of the tax.
sure.
You heard about the tax credit?
tax.
Yeah, the mansion tax, about 5 million. Obviously, right?
Here,
Yeah, like
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, like you look at all those crazy stuff in Bel Air, and every second one goes on auction for 50% less, right? It used to be like
more.
cash cow, right? For those high developers, but so what we want to do, like most syndicator, most investments opportunity, usually for those type of deals that we're gonna do for offer for investors. They are only in commercial for apartments. When they work on cap rates and interest rate. But listen, I don't want to have my money stuck in a deal for 10, 15 years and have it controlled by something else. So we're going to have a fund for investors. It's going to be $1 million minimum to invest in that fund. But you're going to have the opportunity to partner with us in development opportunities, right? Where usually, as you guys know, the time frame is like what, 24 to 36 months, turnaround, you buy it for 10 million, you sell it for as much as you want. If you're smart enough, if you design it right, if you choose the right location. Is that fair to say?
Billion percent.
Yeah, so that's kind of the type of deals that we're going to offer.
Smart.
Because, I mean, listen, I don't want to make 4 or 5% of my money. I want to make 15, 20, 50% of my money.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly, right? And listen, if you're not going to share, you know, the opportunities, you're going to stay smaller. So why not just, you know, collaborate and share and, you know, give the, when I say the average person, it can be a, you know, a millionaire or a billionaire, but somebody that's not necessarily in construction, but want to tap into the opportunity to invest in real estate development. And then, of course, you know, partner with, you know, with great teams like you guys, you know, exceptional, you know, proposition. And again, the longevity of those properties in locations that we don't care about the economy. We don't care about the interest rate.
100%.
You got that person that comes and write the check.
The other thing that's, you know, and going on with the numbers game is there is no cap here. Every time we work with a new developer, let's say, that's just getting into this, and maybe they're building their house for themselves, or maybe they're building the house as an investment, but at a luxury market, they're always a little tepid, they're always a little nervous.
Yeah.
And it isn't until we go through the process and then they list it for sale and realize
the new developers, the first time.
They're constantly pushing the price per square foot higher than it's ever been.
Buying a property, right? Buying a property for $10 million, sell it for at least 20, or as much as you want.
So it's buying the property for whatever it costs. Let's say it costs 5.
Right.
Putting $5 million into the property to developing it, you know, redeveloping it, whatever, and then selling it for that 100%.
Right. The crazy part that people come to us, you know, they see all those crazy projects that we involve with, and like I tell them, listen, me, you know, I'm gonna fight for every dollar you spend. Don't think because you're gonna spend 10, 15 million bucks over here, I'm gonna take it for granted. You're gonna get the best deals for the value and the quality. We always get them better pricing. Obviously, working with you guys, we get discounts, and sometimes our fees is including those discounts. So the client's like, think for a second. So you want to tell, because as you know, if you get them a better situation, better quality, better deal, it's not gonna be, I don't want to use the word cheap, but it's not gonna be cheap. It's gonna be expensive, but for the overall cost,
at the end of the day,
we actually save the money.
At the end of the day,
I get a better deal than retail, right?
So,
you know.
Knowledge and resources are key. An end user can go to Restoration Hardware and spend $30,000 on a Chinese sofa that costs $500 to make. Or they can be guided and spend the same amount of money, or maybe a little bit more, and actually have something that's quality and going to last. And it's the same thing with good design. Good design doesn't have to cost 100 times more or 10 times more.
And also it depends on finding the right resource. For example, you can walk into a Richard Mille watch store and you pay retail for a watch, or you can go to the black market and pay 5 times more for the same watch. So the question is, how do you get to the source?
Or even not go to the market, or go to Switzerland and actually pay, you know.
Exactly, even get a better deal than even retail.
Correct.
That's what we do for the client. So I always tell the client, I'm going to fight for every dollar, and I'm going to get you a project that, okay, the budget is going to be whatever the budget is, but you know that in the end of the day, the overall, you can actually save money. And the mind-boggling part is sometimes the money that we save them, the fees that we charge, sometimes it's included in that savings, and which makes us free. Which that's where they left. They left where I say I'm free. I'm not. It's crazy, right?
And for us, it's the same thing, because we're not just a designer, but we're a dealer for every single product that you will see and touch, from plumbing fixtures, from everything.
And that's why I'm coming to Miami to visit you guys, and that's part of my let's check it out. That's part of my due diligence of meeting vendors or like showrooms like you guys, and bring different experiences for our clients, because this is unique. You know what I'm saying? So we talked previously, and I knew that we're going to see different pieces over here, which we don't see anywhere else. So let's check it out.
We sell the furniture.
Yeah.
So this is a Lamborghini sofa.
Oh, really?
Aston Martin home coffee table, credenza, and a lounge chair.
Wow. Okay.
We represent about 120 different brands, mostly from Italy, from architectural lighting, decorative lighting. We'll go to stone quarries. We'll select blocks of stone for projects. Everything should have a story. everything should be made by hand. It's about the heritage of the product. It's not about the quality control, because everyone that we work with, we trust.
You already know for sure. You already have the experience. Of,
It's like, going to the Rolls-Royce factory, you're not doing quality control to see, you're going to see the passion of the people that are building it. And that's what adds to the story. When you don't have a budget to create something, Bentley, or Rolls-Royce, Bentley, they create cars without a budget.
Correct.
When they're designing it. They're creating new metals when they're creating the forms. They're literally creating new metals that don't exist to be able to get the exact form. Aston Martin does the same thing.
Yeah, and you buy something special, right? Like they say, it takes 6 months to build a Rolls Royce and what is it? 2 weeks to build a Toyota. Something like that, right?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
But
made by hand.
The passion of everybody working collaborative to create these products, it's the same thing as the sofa. It's the same thing as,
And you know what I've seen?
And that's what's beautiful.
What I've seen, that actually those pieces are the one that keep in and appreciate in value, and everything else goes down. Like for example, even an example from a G63, for example, which is it's a great car, keeps its value. Obviously like luxury car. Rolls Royce, Ferraris, man, you can't get a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Right. Everything that's like
Porsche 911.
crazy, right? So in the end of the day, when you buy the quality stuff, when you buy the luxuries of those,
it's an investment.
Because it's like a piece of art, right? You buy a Ferrari, you don't really need to drive a Ferrari.
Sure.
You want to drive a Ferrari.
It's not a need, it's a want.
Exactly. So you buy a Lamborghini sofa.
You don't need a Lamborghini.
You don't need a Lamborghini sofa. You want it. Exactly, right? Yeah.
These wall lights, it's such a very, very simple design, but they're cast solid bronze. They're made in France. But the factory that makes the bronze casting is the same factory that's always done all the metal work for Versailles.
Oh wow.
So when you get to plumbing fixtures, for instance, and we've worked with everybody in the past, and unfortunately some of the world's best, what used to be the best, some of these companies have gotten so big that the quality has gone down.
Yeah, and also you see it in different industry, right? When it's become more like what I call commercialized.
Sure.
Because they want to save costs.
So, and generally, every company that we work with, no company is too big where anything's mass produced.
Right.
In the metals industry and in the plumbing industry, what we're seeing are new finishes. This is a black diamond, this is a champagne.
What type of material is that? That's actually beautiful.
So these are actually, they're actually aluminum.
Aluminum.
And they are PVD finished. Wow. The problem with PVD is most manufacturers are not doing it themselves.
Oh, wow.
These are from Italy. This is one of the only manufacturers that does all of their finishing. Their quality is above top notch. Nothing on the market compares to the finishing. This is one of the most beautiful handhelds where the thermostats are all the same. And then you have this that's perfectly flush.
Incredible. Yeah, see, that's the type of things that you don't see every day,
And I love the finish, and the color, because it's that the perfect brass, perfect champagne tone. It looks like a watch that you want to wear. And then when you actually get close to it, you can touch it. It's not light, it's very heavy actually. And you feel like you're touching something,
it's like those, like when you have those, high-end, sound system, right?
Oh, like the Bang & Olufsen.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly, right? That's super cool, man. Yeah.
It's amazing.
No, I can see because so again, my clients, sometimes they get amazed that I'm the developer and I'm going sometimes to the showrooms with the designers to look at fixtures. Then listen, I'm enjoying the process, man.
Of course.
I love the process. Personally, I love it.
Because you see something different.
I don't have to go. But I love to kind of, look at the new stuff, look at the kind of the unique stuff.
Walk them through.
Yeah,
These are the towel warmers, so you throw the towel on top and it heats it the entire length. You can have 5 of them, you can have one of them.
Wow, that's super cool, man.
You can have it vertical or horizontal.
You see these on renderings now all the time. Now you're gonna start noticing them on every single rendering.
Yeah, and I also love the rose gold, and you can choose the
they're really
style.
beautiful.
The black on black,
And then you can do wood. wood, marble. You can do different finishes.
This is unique, man. This is cool.
Yeah, it's
This
really
tells you the temperature also.
Oh, check it out, black diamond, exactly. That's what I would choose, right? The black diamond,
No,
right?
It's beautiful. And you can, choose the temperature, which is amazing. And that's a water jet.
Oh, wow.
That's the spa, wellness, bathroom.
Wow, incredible.
No, it's by far the most beautiful.
Oh, you guys have that
product.
line of also
From
hand
Norway
wash and stuff like that?
So really, it's
Now I understand your vision of it, right? Like you
So,
got a hand soap, for God's sake.
Exactly.
we,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, now I get it.
We've put together what we believe are the world's best brands for everything that you would have in your home.
So you guys actually traveling and looking for pieces that you want to kind of bring into
For over 20 years.
Wow, incredible.
So my background is architectural and interior design, Furkan's as well.
And you bring like, different style from, obviously you guys from Turkey originally, right? So you bring like different world kind of views on certain things, right?
These are from Turkey. These are, all antique that we brought. There's only so many made in the world.
Oh wow. That's, look at what does that piece symbolize actually?
So this is like a Aztec calendar. Well, there's different calendars in different cultures, and they're all about they're almost the same in the history. Ancient Greek, ancient Turkish, ancient Egyptian, Mayan, Aztec, and they have the similar calendars. So that's where it's coming.
And those
from.
are
And
actually
glass.
made out of glass.
Yeah, it's kind of remind me almost like the pyramids or something,
For sure.
It's got that vibe, It's
100%.
Very interesting. Yeah, that's a cool piece for sure.
So this is like basically mainly accessories,
Accessories,
rugs,
Accents, right?
The light.
bedding. Bedding is a company that I created about 5 years ago. It's called Horizon Home. It's all made in Turkey.
Oh really? What is that again? What is the?
Horizon Home
Oh,
bedding.
really?
Bedding, towels.
Furkan designed all the pieces
bags,
and the whole collection.
Man, you're like an entrepreneur, right? All those companies, right? All those ventures.
Why not?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Make something different.
Yeah.
The light fixture is from a company called Venisum. They're just outside of Venice. The glass is all Murano glass.
Wow.
Details are amazing. We represent this Italian flooring company, also best in the world. They're the first manufacturer. They invented the process of creating a laminate floor.
Wow.
So of course, being the inventor of it, they are the best, and there's different levels of
What material is it?
engineered. It's French oak,
The French. Okay, engineering.
made in Italy, but they actually created the process of engineered wood. They're the first.
Interesting. Seriously?
So,
wow.
and again, so every company that we represent, it's about a heritage. It's not just
Interesting.
everything.
That's a story.
Everything really needs to have a story and meaning and depth.
That's pretty
So
cool.
we had a huge party for Art Basel, and that's a lot of the pieces. are
Yeah,
from-
that's gorgeous. Yeah.
From Colombia.
And also stone. This is from a company in Portugal. They're all different Portuguese limestones, and we can create any custom pattern in essentially any size.
So you guys have, full basically A to Z. I see carpets, like it's,
Everything.
yeah. Where those carpets are coming from?
Nepal and India. This
Wow.
one's from Belgium.
Some from Turkey.
You can
Yeah, I love
create
those. Personally, I love those. Those
anything
stuff
you
that
can-
right? Oh, that color is gorgeous. That
Yeah.
blue.
From the
Yeah,
blue.
it's beautiful. Yeah.
Different shades of blue. This
In
is
the-
the bedroom area. So all the pieces here are from Misura Emme from Italy. It's an amazing company, but they're specialized in closet systems, which is right over here. We have more of the closet systems coming next month.
Wow, that's
Being
nice.
shipped. I would say it's top of the line.
That's come with the stone already built in, or that's
built in.
Built in.
built in? Wow.
Yes.
That's
And
beautiful.
even every detail, you can pick cashmere for your hangers. You can pick the color of leather for your hangers, the finish of metal,
Incredible.
the
Yeah.
leather detail.
Everything is customized.
So it's
Incredible.
really it's every detail. These are all magnetic,
Beautiful. I think they're
so
like
you
the most
can place them
Super unique. Yeah.
throughout. And of course, you pick the color of the leathers and the
We're the only
glass.
ones in the US.
Yeah.
And there's also larger versions too. You can do like a, cluttered of them, or you can just do single above the beds.
You know, it's very important also to, you know, that you guys are kind of explaining and familiar with the product. Sometimes you go to showrooms and they don't know the product.
No, we're more than familiar with the product.
Yeah.
I mean, these are companies that we've worked with, that we've built relationships with for 25 years.
And you go, I mean, you probably know about places like, you know, in Beverly Hills, you know, obviously, right?
On Beverly Boulevard.
Yeah, they have a good product, but you know, they're not really familiar with the product. You know, the fact that you have a unique product and you have a unique story to the product,
And
that's important.
all of those brands are beautiful. They all have good quality. They all have a nice story behind them, but they are all mass produced.
It's also another thing that some people they need to understand. When you guys dealing like with those type of things, you are the one that's going to those property. You are the one that's making sure installation is done properly.
100%.
You know, we have a team that, you know, building all the furniture, every piece and everything. I mean, look, this closet system, for example. Let's say you're moving to a different house, you can take it with you.
Oh, okay, really?
Because it can you know, fall apart in a very nice way. It's all individual pieces, and then you can take it to your next place, next house.
And these are all magnetic.
Interesting. Wow, that's cool. So it's kind of sitting.
Yeah.
That's nice. Tomorrow we're going to see a few properties for development opportunities. We're actually looking for proximity for what I call the billionaire locations.
Yep.
You can buy a property for $2 million, tear down, you know, you build it up and you sell it for 15 to 20 million.
Yeah.
I'm going to see a property for $3 million.
Sure.
And I know I can probably get 10 to 15 when it's done.
Brilliant.
And in front of it is 50 million.
Yeah.
You got the value right there. So I'm looking for how can I, you know, systematically increase the value and have, like you said, like something that I know I cannot lose money.
Yeah.
Somebody comes and write a check in any economy, they don't care about the interest rate.
They don't care.
They don't care. You know, they
Correct.
just come and write a check and
if it's
you
a
get.
good design and good feel, I mean.
Oh, it's gonna be
you walk
incredible.
in,
It's
And
gonna be
here's the thing. Over the next 5 years, what's going to come onto the market are all of the even more. You know, you're going to have Bentley Towers. You're going to have Waldorf Astoria. And you can either pay 10, 15, 20 million dollars for these apartments, or you can buy a home.
By the way,
that's
what do you guys do? What do you guys do? What do you guys do tomorrow? We can bring you to the property to give us some ideas.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, part two.
Part two.
I'll dress a little nicer.
Man, nice to meet you. I appreciate the introduction.